the Oscars was last night, and I honestly had no idea that it was on. It was an interesting night, both for Snyder fans and just for literally anyone. So of course we're going to talk about the Will Smith slap, but I kind of want to get to the actual enjoyable parts of what happened last night. So Dune won a lot of Oscars. They won original score, visual effects, cinematography, production design, film editing, sound, and they're nominated for picture, adapted screenplay, costume design, and hair and makeup. So yeah, they won 6 awards, so they did pretty freaking good. I knew that movie was going to do really well in the Oscars, and it did. Also, for Snyder Cut fans, that Flash scene got, fan favorite, most cheerful moment, or cheering moment, and I see a lot of Marvel fans getting a little butthurt about this because it was probably their one opportunity to get an official Oscar. I know Black Panther did, but this is like Marvel's bread and butter, where it's all fans, and the fans are really what make Marvel so famous. And they went up against the Snyder Cut, and mind you, they went up against Spider-Man No Way Home and Endgame, and even The Matrix, but no one's talking about that. But they beat Spider-Man in Endgame, and so for Marvel fans, that was a huge kick to the nuts. But in defense of the Snyder fans, they didn't rely on nostalgia with the Spider-Man, nor did they rely on 20 movie backbone of Endgame. So I'm really happy that Snyder Cut won that thing that they were the only thing they were actually nominated for, which I was surprised that they didn't get nominated for VFX or any of that other stuff. But yeah, that's pretty good for a Snyder fan. And also, speaking of Snyder, is the other fan favorite movie, I think nomination it was, where Army of the Dead won. So it was a hell of a night for Snyder. It was a hell of a night for their fans. There was also a banner that went across the sky that says WB Discovery Restore the Snyderverse. So that was really cool. So the thing, this is why I think the Snyder fans deserve this win, because they're just a lot more emotional about this, whereas the Marvel fans are kind of like the fat kid who gets cotton candy every time he cries for it. I think that they're the best fans and they deserve this win, both the Snyder Cut and Army of the Dead. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's unload about the Will Smith slap, because this actually drives me crazy mad for a lot of reasons. A lot of people are talking about this, and I'm a huge Will Smith fan. You know, Bad Boys, Men in Black, I Am Legend. I grew up watching Will Smith, and he is one of my idols. And now I feel like he's on that list with, great actors and musicians that are just kind of pieces of shit. So this joke wasn't even dark, and it wasn't even edgy. It was aimed towards Jada Smith about her shaved head. And of course she has the condition where she has female baldness, and he made a joke saying, "I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. That was the joke. It wasn't dark, it wasn't intense, it wasn't edgy, it wasn't any of that. And if you look for a split second, Will Smith is laughing at the joke. And then it takes about 3 seconds till he's on stage and he smacks Chris Rock right in the face and walks back. And honestly, I'm sure it's really nerve-wracking to be a woman with getting bald, or having a condition that causes you to go bald. But I thought it was like, oh shit, she's going through chemotherapy and made fun of her hair, or she's got a terminal sickness. No, it was just that she feels insecure about her female baldness. I was thinking that he was going to go after the relationship because they're so public about everything. This is why it's so amazing that they both got so mad about this harmless joke. I honestly just think Will felt too comfortable in his environment. He was feeling a little tipsy. He was excited that he was gonna get an Oscar, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking walk up here and I'm gonna bitch slap this dude. And he did, and no one really cared. And when the Oscars went to commercial, people were coming to him, comforting him as he was crying and tearing up. So I'm saying it's like a little kid who did something wrong and they know they did something wrong, so they start playing the victim. So overall, I just thought that whole situation was just unacceptable, and I feel so bad for Chris Rock. And I hear they want to take away his Oscar. I think he's just allow Chris Rock to smack him in the face. I think that would just make it fair. But the dude is obviously unhinged, and they have some problems, and they seem like they have a toxic ass relationship, where one moment he's laughing at the harmless joke. Next thing you know, he's slapping a dude because he saw that she was upset. So it's a little weird, but overall it was, like it or not, a pretty exciting night. You know, Snyder with the win, with the Snyder Cut, winning Best Cheerful Moment, and Snyder with Army of the Dead, just Snyder in general. If you're a Snyder fan, it was a good night for you guys, and the fans deserve it. And to Will Smith, I just have one thing to say.
Suck my dick!